The Supreme Court is set to jump into the national debate over transgender athletes in girls and women's sports today. Those justices are going to hear oral arguments in two cases that could unravel dozens of state laws that ban trans girls from joining teams or playing in leagues consistent with their gender identity. NewsNation's Ryan Bass joins us now with more. Ryan, what exactly is the Supreme Court being asked to consider here?
So, Markie, what the High Court will consider is whether or not states can actually define eligibility in school sports strictly based on the sex assigned at birth, or whether federal law says that that goes way too far here. Now, this is actually going to be the Supreme Court's first foray into this national, hotly contested debate over transgender women playing girls and women's sports. Justices will weigh two cases today that could set a new national precedent, potentially impacting dozens of state laws across the United States. One case brought by track and cross-country runner Lindsay Hecox challenges Idaho's first law in the nation ban, arguing that it violates the 14th Amendment's Equal Protection Clause. Now, the other one is out of West Virginia, and it involves a 15-year-old track athlete, Becky Pepper Jackson, who identified as a female since third grade, is the only known student affected by the state's Save Women's Sports Act, which a federal court ruled violates Title IX.
I wish these people would educate themselves just so they would know that I'm just there to have a good time. That's it. But it hurts sometimes. Like, it gets to me sometimes, but I try to brush it off.
Here's the central question the justices are going to have to try and answer here is whether or not Becky, who you saw in that clip there, has a competitive advantage. Now, she has been on hormone therapy. She has never gone through male puberty. And West Virginia's Attorney General, who we spoke to one-on-one, said that this law is about protecting fairness for girls, not violating Title IX. And he says that Becky can still compete in sports. She just has to do it as a part of the men's team.
Women and girls all across this country deserve a safe and fair playing field. Boys, when they're introduced into girls' sports teams, displace them. They take their places on podiums. They take their places in championships. Then they take away their opportunities for scholarships.
Now, I'll tell you, most Americans seem to support what the Attorney General is saying there and restricting transgender participation in girls' sports. About 2/3 of Americans, according to a Gallup poll. But trans athletes, in terms of the makeup of athletes across the country, it's just over 1% of the more than 8 million student athletes that participate in sports nationwide. And right now, 29 states have some form of ban. But courts, as you can see highlighted here, have blocked several of those bans. Now, when you look at history here and where the courts could decide and where they could side, they've ruled both ways in recent cases when it comes to transgender rights, which makes this outcome much harder to predict. Markie, we're going to have to wait some time while we do have oral arguments heard today. A decision is not expected on this until the summer. Markie?
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.